Hello and welcome. We're gonna try and fix up Synperium's model here. First, upon importing it, the first thing I see is some dark yellow lines here. So I'm gonna go to hidden line removal to show these a little better. Right here I see a couple. I'm gonna press U for raycast, and I'm gonna select these. F for frame. Now I'm gonna select these without making sure I don't select this thick one and hide it with H. Now you can see that that line is acting like a poly, and you got a connection going from here onto this other poly. So I'm gonna hide all this with the raycast. There's another thick line. I'm just holding shift down so I can keep selecting. If you select the wrong one, you can just hold control. I'm gonna hold control down and deselect. Hold control, select again. But shift will always just keep adding to it, so I'm gonna hold shift. Then I'm going to press H to hide them. Now you can see two of these sticking up here, and it's connecting to this section here. So I'm going to hide. I don't want to hide these. I want to fix that after. But I'm going to hide these. Because these are weird to select, so I want to look up when I circle them and select them. Oh, I think I need to fix that one, so deselect, control, shift holding, H. Now you can see another thick line that's kind of right there. I'm holding S key down to rotate around. Gonna select this, these, and here's another one. You got a line, an edge coming from here to your weird poly spot here, which needs to be fixed once I get rid of this thick line here. So we're going to leave that. I don't want to select these, and didn't want that one. Let's try it. H. Now, if I can press U again for raycast, make sure it's on. Or no, Y, sorry. Y will allow me to do this. And you can't really see it selected, but it is. Like I'll show you with these over here, with the Y selected. If I go like that, see how they're all selected? Like I could select this whole box here, and it'll select everything, that full polys that were in that box. So sometimes these are really hard to select with the raycast with the U key. So I want to make sure I don't select anything else. So if I get those are all the other polys are hidden. Now I'm going to select this, and I'm going to hit delete. And I'm going to do the same with this, and press delete, and there's another one here. Now see, if I don't hide them, see what happens if I try and get that so I can select it without selecting anything else. Let's try it, see if I... Yeah, looks like I maybe got it. Delete. Now, this one here. Gonna try like that. Delete. Now this one, now I got the thing. I might be able to go from inside and select this one. Like this. Delete. Now you see how that thick line went away, but you still have an edge that joins your polys. That means you actually had a whole bunch of points here and here, like for a double edge. And I'm wondering what this is. Oh, I think that's your, yeah, I know what that is. Okay. And by the way, chances are, every time I optimize a model, I'll press U and I'll select these. Because they're inside, you don't see them, and I delete them. Same here. You won't see them, but I'll leave that up to you. That's just what I do. Now let's try and get this last one here. I think that's almost it. So I'm going to press U key, raycast select, holding the mouse down, hold the shift down, and I want to fix that one, so I'll try and leave that, and I'll hide them. Shift H. Now I got that thing sticking up here, and let's try getting rid of these. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to select that very easily. And H. Now I'm going to try to get on an angle like something like that. Y. Now that should be all that's selected. Delete. Okay. For that arm, I think it's almost done. Now we can go spacebar to object select, and then what is it? View, no, display, unhide all polygons. And if I press U key again, sometimes the double lines are easier to see with the U key for some reason. Maybe it's just my eyes, but I spot them better in with the yellow mode. And I don't see any more. Now we have these to fix. So I'm just going to hide this part. Because I want to see this whole section here. And I thought there was one there as well. Let's hide it just to see. And if I know I'm going to do this a few times, I might cluster them. So now with all these selected, I'll just hit cluster down here on the edit. And now you can see when I go up here to the selection window, I hit clusters and I have a new polygon. Now I can double click that and rename it arm 1 or something. And now I can H, and I can select off of it, just go to clusters and press H again, and they come back. So I'll hide it. Now I want to merge, clean up this one. I don't want that point right there. So I know the shortcut key is semicolon, I think, but I'll just show you where to find it in case you forget the shortcut key. It's make sure you're under model here, model, and you want to go to Polymesh, and this is most of the modeling tools you need. So dissolve and clean adjacent vertices, semicolon. So let me just select that and press semicolon, and see there should be no point there. Watch, I'll select the points. I think that's the T key, and you don't see any point in there any longer. If you did want to keep that point there, it's a good idea maybe to add an edge, because you want to be able to see, and you don't want any more than, it's still a 4 edge. Like if I Control and Z and go to T to show points, it's still a 1, 2, 3, 4 sided. It will still work, but it's not very clean modeling. Like if I wanted to add an edge, I would go edge mode and select that one. Oh, see, that's definitely an error if it won't let me select that. So I'm gonna raycast, make sure those are selected, clean that up. Same here, semicolon, clean that up. And another thing about optimizing, Sins does take quads fairly good. The only time you don't want a quad is when it's bent. So that's a flat quad. You can easily clean that up with quads. I'm just selecting the 2 tries on raycast mode, U key, select the 2 tries, semicolon, 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 and trust me, if you did your whole model where each try or each quad was cleaned up, that's an edge. And if you look in the mesh in text mode, there is a whole section a mile long just for edges. There's one for points, edges, and it does clean it up quite a bit. The only time you don't want it is when they're bent, for sure. Like these might be bent. You can see there's the line there is actually a little higher, and it would actually change the shape and maybe mess up the light reflections. So let's see why there's a double line here, because it definitely don't look the same as this side. Now I'm gonna hide these, hold shift down, select these. I want to hide this whole section, H. Now you can see I got another unclean poly, so I'm going to select that, semicolon, and that should be cleaned. And that's about it. So once, if you get all 3 arms done, because they basically look all the same, I can see a thick line here, another one here, another one here, rotate around, there's one here, here. Do the same thing. You want to delete them. Now, like if you get any good at it, like maybe I could select that, press frame, F for frame. Now I can rotate around that exact spot, and if you know what you're doing, I can press the Y key now and select just that, and maybe I got it. So let's try it. I'll press delete. Yeah, got it. And then this one here, go back to raycast, select that, and clean it with semicolon. So that should get you on your way once you get that all them done. I'm not sure what software you're using, whether it's 3D Max or Modo or whatever. If you can't see it in your program, then you're I'm not sure what to tell you, because you want to be able to export it to your modeling program and just use Xi. If you're not used to Xi, you want to use Xi just to get it into Sins. So get that far. Let me know if you need any more help, and I'll almost guarantee you that cleaning up those double edges and those few polys that lined up to your double edge will fix up your tries. Okay, good luck.